Hello, I'm Nathan Woodman. I'm the General Manager of Demand Solutions for IPONWEB. In the agency world, I think what we're seeing a lot is agencies have maybe felt that they have grown distant from having a relationship with the publisher. And some of that power has been given away to DSPs and to SSPs. And what we see with a lot of leading agencies now is they're trying to correct that. And they're trying to correct that by minimizing the ad tech tax by getting closer and closer to the publishers. So the way that they look at it is that they hope to create ad tags that get into the publisher's waterfall, because there's a much deeper understanding now at the agency level about what the publisher waterfall is, so that they get premium content, that they get first look positions, and can create these sense of demand networks that are exclusive to their holding companies or to their agencies. This is something that's been done by ad networks or demand networks for quite some time, and agencies are becoming more wise to this. And I think the companies that have led this field and led this charge are the companies like Criteo and like A9. And the holding companies and their trading desks, and even the individual brands and the agencies within those holding companies are trying to create some sense of access and exclusivity on their own. So I think what we see here is a bit of a collision between which brands or which buying entities can create the most centralized critical mass of buying power, and then who can deploy that buying power to get preferred positions and preferred inventory from publishers. And I think it remains to be seen whether or not the buying power falls into the hands of the SSPs, the DSPs, or the big holding companies. And it's something like header bidding, which we all talk about, really makes this problem very poignant because it kind of brings all of those constituents into the conversation with the publishers. Brands are not, they don't have the same challenges as the agency, right? The brands are more interested in trying to figure out how to get return on investment for the money that they spend. Which is leading the brands to think about how they approach ad tech in a different way. And where the brands, I think, that are kind of leading this charge, the way that they're thinking about it is they need to make sure that they have meaningful KPIs, and they're maybe somewhat tired with the KPIs that are available from publisher platforms, which would be things like view-based conversions, click-based conversions. And they're starting to look for newer type of, they're trying to solve other problems, which is mostly have to do with, is my spend in digital advertising actually creating incremental return for my brand? And what we've realized in the research that we've done for brands is that in many cases now it doesn't. What we see is that the spending on advertising, doing things like optimizing towards post-view and post-click methodologies, in many cases harms the brand more than it actually does the brand any good. And I think what we're going to see is more and more brands embracing something that we're looking at, and you'll start to see probably a lot of chatter and discussion on this, as brands are looking for, is my digital ad spend, specifically in programmatic, creating incremental value or incremental revenue for my brand above and beyond what I do in search, above and beyond what I do in Facebook and what I do in other channels. So I think those are the two trends that I see. The agencies and the trade desks are getting closer to the publisher, and the brands are looking for meaningful KPIs and trying to figure out whether or not their ad spend drives incremental value to them. That's what we see. So thank you for your time. Au revoir from sunny Cannes.